Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to show you a build for your WAMP or ramp amplifier, this one here, for storm shield defences, okay? So first of all we need to come right down towards the spawn. They do actually get a lot of smashes and whatnot in the storm shield defences for this particular amplifier. Although it's actually quite far away from the spawn itself, it's quite a tough one actually really, so you don't want to underestimate this amplifier by all means. Even for endurances, but in storm shield defences, yeah, the smashers can absolutely wipe out certain trap tunnels and everything like that. So, without further ado, what we're going to do, we're going to get down to it straight away. So, what I like to do, if you just follow what I'm doing, right, we won't allow them to come up this way, because what I tend to do here is put a system in like this to try and contain them in the area like so. Right, so for now that's your basic floor plan for the first stage, okay? Now again, we don't really want them to be coming up through here, so we'll block that off like so, and then we could do another one like that. Now I'm putting these pyramids down for upgrade reasons really, just so we can just get to these floors a little bit easier, okay? Right, smashers do like to run riot. I mentioned the smashers quite a bit actually, which probably gives you some idea of what they can be like, especially on this particular amplifier. Okay, now if you wanted to, what we could do here, come on, is it going to happen? There we go. We could build this in, which means that we can put a trap on here, probably wall darts, and then on the other side of this we could put either a sound wall, Zappo Maxes, stroke wall dynamos on here. Now what I would like to do as well is put some sound walls on these so that we can control the propanes as best we can. Just doing that for a bit of lobber protection and almost sort of aesthetics really. Right, now what you could also do, because we have these walls here and here as well as on the other side, now if you wanted to you could do the same here on that one. It's not too bad there. We might as well utilise all the back walls really the best we can. Now we could go up by one again, put some tyres on that one. Now, so that they don't think they can just go up through here, what we're going to have to do is put another blockade in here like so, and box that all in much like this. Oh, okay, we won't be doing that. I'm sure they've swapped all these around since the updates, just to throw us off our guard. It's crazy when they do things like that. Why change those sort of things? Because you get used to muscle memory and all of a sudden it's changed up again and you're thinking, what? Yeah, nice one, Epic. Now we can stay at this height here because we can put a ceiling electric field up there. And again, so they think they can't just jump through the side, we'll put this in. We could put, oh, we could put a box in there, timeout chamber, just to really finish them off, like so. You could go up one more again, like that. I mean, that should be sufficient, I'd say. I can't see them wanting to put anything more on that. Now what I would suggest you do is put roofs over this as well, because sometimes you get enemies break through these just so that they can get access to an area where they can lob or fling and stand in here. Okay, so when you do come to upgrading these, is putting a roof on top of these just to stop them, or it's a deterrent really. And another just like that, so they can't get out of there. Okay, that's what that looks like so far. If you're clever with your sound walls, then you shouldn't have too many problems with the propanes. It'll just be the smashes you'd have to deal with. Best thing to do really is when you put your floor plan down of traps, is making sure that you strategically place your tar pits to prevent a lot of charging from the smashers, etc. We could probably just go with a single tile roof height on here. We'll go up by one and put our tyres 3 high. Now that we are 3 high, you see, what we can do now is we can complete that roof like so by, oh my god, the lag. It's coming up like this. These will all have tyre drop traps on them. We'll have a tyre drop trap there. Then we can probably go for an electric field, gas, electric field, gas, electric field, tyre drop trap, electric field, electric field. And then we can put either a gas and floor freeze in there or a zapper. Now as far as the amp goes, you don't necessarily need to put anything around the amplifier really, just as long as you make sure that there's no actual route for enemies to come round the back or double back on you and start lobbing. Now obviously I've got this building here that I showed you in a previous video, and that's all blockaded off. Any flingers and whatnot would have to go right through the system and get knocked down into the ravine. So there's nowhere on this side for any enemies to actually get through to the amplifier from there. One thing you may want to do, should I say you may want to do, one thing you definitely need to do is make sure that these 2 slopes here are blocked off. Now this one I have actually left in because these have been here for quite some time, and if you actually look now, I mean I've not actually checked it since the latest update, but if you go and to this point here and try and place these three structures up to recently, and probably still to this day, you'll probably find that you won't be able to place a structure on these three parts at the moment. It was obviously possible at some point because they're actually right staring us in the face. Since recent times, it's actually been a glitch and you haven't been able to place them. So all the builds I've done have only ever been this flat, that, and then a flat again with pyramids on top, leaving this section here actually exposed. So yeah, on this side you can either just go with a flat here with a increase trap on the back and a heel dynamo on the front, or what some people like to do now is do what's called the V block, which consists of two half staircases like so, and then we just put a Dorito there, and that will actually stop any flingers or lobbers or enemies getting back up here and then making their way up this way. Because sometimes what they do, if you don't do that, a lobber will actually use that to stand up here and start lobbing at the amplifier from there. Okay, so be aware of that. This should be sufficient. And like I say, that's old school, so I'm not going to take that out, because once it's been taken out I won't be able to replace those three structures there. Okay, so we'll just leave that like so. This should last you for your SSDs up to SSD 10. Sometimes this amplifier has been known to be hit twice during one storm shield defense, one right after the other. So yeah, make sure that this actually is set up right first time, so that you don't suffer any problems during the first attack in case you have to deal with it all over again. I suggest what you would do is, if you want to, on the first wave that this gets hit, is just stand back out of the trap tunnel, stand by the amplifier and let it do its thing, and see how well it actually fares up on its own, dealing with all the enemies without you getting involved. Because as soon as you start going in there and getting too close to the enemies, propanes won't like it. They'll start throwing their bottles at you, or even just self-detonating, and smashers will then go into charge mode and all hell breaks loose. So see how the build goes by itself, just handling it, and you just stand back and do what you do best, and everything, hopefully, fingers crossed, should be okay. So what I want to do now is I'm just going to upgrade all this, and once it's upgraded I will trap it out for you, and then we'll go from there, and I will speak to you as soon as I've done that, which for you will only be a couple of seconds. So as always, 3, 2, 1, and right, okay, we might as well start from where we are standing. So what we're going to have to do first of all is put a wall launcher on this wall here. I'm only going to use a 2x, alright, which is that perk table. And then we'll put, let's think about this. Right, we're going to have electric fields up there and the tyre there, so we are best to put a tar pit on this one. We could get away with a tar pit on this because the tyres would just drop down there. Okay, that will stop any smashers from charging through here, or should help prevent it at the best of times anyway. We shall put a ceiling electric field under here, which will zap anything going past and anything that wants to get underneath here and start scratching around, like so. And then, because we'll have tyres dropping down here, we don't really want to be putting any tar pits on these two here, because the tyres will set them off. So we'll just go with the wooden floor spikes on these two, just the 144 crit builds with increase. Now you could put a tar pit on this one, and we could try a tar pit on this one as well. A wooden floor spike on this one. Okay. Right. Now also what I need to do as well is put all these pyramids up into their correct locations. So we really want to be doing diagonals facing northeast on these two. These two will have to be at the 45 straight facing east, like so. This one will have 45 to the southeast. This one is on the slope, so this one needs to be left down flat. Okay, this one will have facing the southwest. This one will have we'll have that facing the northeast. This one southeast, and the same with this one. Now one thing I did do when I was upgrading, I actually added this extra layer on the back here. Alright, so that it should now be in line with the end of this rock on the corner. Okay, and I've got some floor plan in there flat to the south. Alright, just gave this section here a little bit of extra oomph. This is all upgraded. Right, this one here, where are we? We'll have that one facing the southeast. This one the same, southeast. This one's on a slope, so we'll have to leave that one flat. Now, because things will come from this way, what I want to suggest to do with this one, rather than have it down like so, I want to have this one flat facing east. This one can be diagonal northeast, so this one will just leave facing northeast as well. Double check we've got them all. Right. That's what it looks like. Okay. Right, so we'll go back in to the tunnel, carry on what we were doing. Now, the wall facing the wall launcher will have to put a wall dart. A wall dart doesn't have any impact on it. We don't really want to mess around with the impact of the launcher, so don't put a broadside facing a wall launcher for that reason. We can then mix this up a little bit and put a broadside on that side, and we will put a Zappo Max on this side, the wall dynamo basically, and then we'll put a retractable floor spike down here, and then we'll put our zapper there, ceiling zapper. Okay, now these two here will be electric fields. This one, notice how I've turned round. Always make sure that in most circumstances that you place your tire drop traps with your back to the spawn, so that that tank in the top left hand corner there is always pointing in the direction of spawn, as that is the way the tires naturally will fall and roll down to. Okay, sometimes there is a difference to the rule of thumb, but in most circumstances that is the way to place your tire drop traps. Right, now on this wall we'll have a dart like so. We can put some Zappo maxes on these two. We could probably do the same on these two if you wanted. Go again. Right, so that's that all done. Right. Now, what have we got up there? So what do I say? Electric field gas, electric field gas, electric field, yeah. So the reason why I mix them up is because of reload speeds, and also one of these, if they're put next to each other, could both go off at the same time. And then we'll go, in fact we'll just go like that. Okay, and then we'll place our gas trap here and here. Up here with our back to the spawn, we'll place a tyre drop trap, and then we'll come out and we'll continue placing our drop traps on these. Like so. How I forgot that one. And the final one there. Okay. As I was explaining before I upgraded all this, we need to put some sound walls on these to help with the propanes. We'll go for double reload speed and durability with heal. And we'll go right across the front like that. We'll also put one on this wall. Under here we'll put a healing gas trap, and we'll also put a healing broadside on the inside, so that prevents anything from just coming under here and feeling that they can just go right through there. On this side we can put a different timed sound wall. Okay, so we could probably go for just a full durability with heal on this one. Okay, so that's got double reload speed, this one's got no reload speed, so although they'll both go off initially the first time together, after that they'll be out of sync, and one will reload and then that'll go off, then the other one will reload, that'll go off, and then the same will happen, vice versa, back and forth, back and forth. Now I would probably suggest putting another sound wall on one of these two, so we'll go with a double reload again with heal. Okay, and then we'll do the same on, say, this wall here. So we've got plenty of sound, so these propaners will drop their bottles, or that is the idea. We'll put a heal dynamo there, we'll put a dynamo there, there, and then we might just put another sound wall on one of these, again double reload speed. Say we'll put it on this one here, then we'll go with the heal Zappo maxes once again, like so. Right, now what we need to do is jump on the outside here, place our wall darts on the backs of those two walls. Now I'm not sure, I might just put these down into 45s actually, not 45s, sorry, into diagonals, so that we can put darts on the back of these two as well. Sorry for the confusion on that one. And also what I might want to do as well is we'll stick some increase on the back of these. Okay, I'm not going to waste those, I'm just going to go with these ones that I can craft, which is all durability with increase. There, because we've got a heal on the inside, and I'm going to put this increase on the outside. Okay, we'll miss that one. We'll go there. And there. And there. Okay. We'll also come on this side and do the same here. That one. And on that one. And we need to do these two final ones here. There and there. Okay. Right. Now that we've done that, let's have a look what we got. No, we could have done the same in here, but it's not too much of a problem. I doubt much is going to get through here at that point, especially if you're standing there. We can probably do the clean up and take out the stragglers ourselves from the back. Right, so I'm just going to go through this quickly, make sure this is all done. In fact, we need to put the darts on this side as well. Pick our dart up, dart there. Then we put our dart there, and dart there. Right, let's go back in and walk through quickly. There it is from the outside. Oh. Alright. Just upgrade this quickly. Right, we'll walk through this. Just to give you a quick little recap. Obviously you can pause the video at any point just to double check things. Come through. That's what it all looks like. I'll say you'll be standing back here, so anything does get through, we can soon take it out. And even if smashers get through this, they'll have a lot of their health knocked off before they get anywhere near us, so we should be fairly easy to take them out with our weapons once they get through, if they get through. Oh, and one last thing before I forget, I did actually mention earlier on, didn't I, in the video, that it's best to cover this up in case any lobbers feel like they can just break through this wall here and start lobbing from this angle here. So just going to do that now. Put a roof on it. Lovely. There we go. Finished. Right. Okay. There's your build for the WAMP Storm Shield defences all done. That'll last you right through to SSD 10. After that, this will all have to get stripped out, and I will be releasing another video on how to build for this amp for your endurances, which will connect and link in with the beach amplifier. All will be explained in that video or the next videos for those two builds. Okay guys, well thanks for watching. If you found this video interesting, please like and subscribe, and consider using my supporter creator code 7SUP, which you can see here. And if you've got Discord, why not join our Discord server STW Central. The link would be in the video's description and bolted onto the end of the video as usual. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.